welcome back again to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ruth, final year student nurse currently living and studying in the Philippines, and you are welcome to Nurse Ruth Nook. For my old subscribers, thank you so much for always clicking in. I appreciate you all so much. So today's video, I'm going to be explaining, because I've been receiving a lot of messages from people, those that have been asking how they can get admission into the colleges in the Philippines, college or university in the Philippines. In the Philippines, university is known as college. In this video, I'm going to be explaining what you need to do or how to apply into the college, into any college in Philippines. Okay, no, let me put it like this: how you can apply, like how I did my own admission, and how those within my province, that's the city where I'm staying, how admission is being done, what you need to do. I cannot speak for, though the system of education in Philippines is the same thing, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to be mentioning the one I am very sure of, how the admission is done, which is my own school and the schools within my province. So if it is what you are interested in finding out, then you definitely need to keep on watching. Welcome back, guys. So in today's video, like I already mentioned, I'm going to be explaining simple things you need to do if you are aspiring to come to the Philippines for studies. Number one thing you should have is international passport. So if you already have your international passport, the number two thing you need is O-level results. Your O-level results can either be WAEC, NECO, GCE, or any O-level results. Whoever is helping you process your admission, you need to scan the bio page of your international passport and your O-level results to the person. So that's what that person will use to secure the admission letter. For the person to get the admission letter for you, you send the person money to get the admission letter, because admission letter is not for free. Admission letter is not for free. So the fee for the admission letter is not fixed. It varies depending on the school a person is applying for. As soon as the person gets the letter from the school for you, the next step will now be for the person to take it to the magistrate and down to Manila and every other thing that needs to be done, because for your admission letter to be valid, it must go through that process, and it must have what they call seal, the magistrate's signature and every other thing. That's the process involved after getting the admission letter. After that, once the person is done with the admission letter, processing the admission letter, which is taking it to magistrate, to Manila for seal and all that, the next thing will now be for the person to DHL your admission letter down to you wherever you are, and you of course will pay for the DHL. So once that is done, the next thing is, once you get your admission letter, once the DHL arrives, the things you need to get ready are your police clearance. Police clearance is different from police reports. Your birth certificate, your medical certificate, then also your O-level results. You need to take your O-level results to Ministry of Education in Abuja for authentication, and also to Foreign Affairs. But before you go to Abuja, I advise you go to Abuja once, because it's also in Abuja you have Philippines Embassy. So before you go to Abuja, make sure you already have your police clearance, you have your medical certificate, birth certificate, you have your sponsor's ID card. It is very important. Have your sponsor's ID card, and the most important of all is bank statements. Yes, the bank statement should bear the same name with the one on the sponsor's ID card. Those ones are intact, then the next thing will be for you to go to Abuja. When you get to Abuja, you take your O-level certificate or your results to Ministry of Education for authentication. Then after that, you take it to Foreign Affairs. Once that is complete, then you pack all the credentials. It has the admission letter, the medical certificate, the birth certificate, police clearance, sponsor's ID card, sponsor's letter, sponsor's bank statements, all of them packed together. Then you go to Philippines Embassy there in Abuja. So once you get to the Philippines Embassy, you submit your credentials. They will go through your papers. That's to check your admission letter, check everything you just submitted. They give you a date. They may say come back to so and so time. Like for me, mine did not take up to 2 weeks. Say roughly 6 to 8 days. It was not even up to 2 weeks. And immediately I got there, I was issued my visa. So once you submit those things and they give you dates, so they can go through your credentials or what you submitted, especially the bank report. Make sure that's the bank statement. Make sure that everything on the bank statement is also intact in the bank account. So once that is done, voila, it's complete. If you don't have any defaults in any of these things I have mentioned, if the screen and your papers are complete, the bank statement, the thing is intact, and your visa, they will give you your visa. And once you get your visa, the next thing is for you to book your flight and welcome to the Philippines. Once you get to the Philippines, that's when you begin your enrollment proper. And for the enrollment, I forgot to mention that before you come to Philippines, you do not need to pay any tuition. So in case anybody is telling you send tuition fee, send the tuition so they can pay your tuition before you come, do not send any tuition to anybody before you arrive here in the Philippines. Philippines, one good thing about Philippines is that unlike other countries that will require you to send your tuition first before you arrive to their school or their country, Philippines does not ask for tuition fee first. So once you get to the Philippines, you start your enrollment. There is no much stress once you meet with the requirements, with the things you need to meet up with. Once you meet with those things, you do not need to start thinking of maybe this one or the way they used to stress in our own country about admission, how to get admission. It is that simple. It is that simple, I tell you. And you are welcome to the Philippines. And remember, it's more fun in the Philippines. One thing I also forgot to mention is, if you have any other educational background, if you have OND or diploma or any of these certificates, you can go for the course description too. Ask for course description from the school where you graduated from. The reason for this is because in the Philippines, you pay your tuition according to units. One good thing about the school here is that if you have done that course, they may evaluate it for you. So that's why you need to get the course description. So all they need to do is calculate the units. There's a way they do it here. Once they calculate it and they see that it's matched with their own units, they will evaluate it for you. So to save you the stress and all that, you can come with every educational qualification you have. It may be an added advantage to you, because the lesser your units, for example, if there are some courses that they need to evaluate for you because you have done it in your country, then it means that you have saved yourself some tuition fee. Because in Philippines, you pay tuition fee according to your unit load. That's it, guys. I've come to the end of today's video. I hope I've been able to answer your questions or explain the steps you need to follow if you want to process your admission here in the Philippines. With that being said, guys, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please remember now to hit the red subscribe button down below. Turn on the post notification bell that says all, so you don't miss out any of my uploads. Give this video a thumb up. Leave your comments down in the comment section. If you have any question, you have video suggestion, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section, or you can DM me through my Instagram handle or messenger, and I'm going to attend to it. Until I come your way next time, stay safe and remain blessed. Bye.